Hi, friend. It's Kerri back for another video. I'm an intuitive consciousness coach, and in today's video, we're going to talk about glossing and the effect that it has on toxic positivity in the workforce. So, glossing is very much so what it sounds like when people gloss over negative or heavy emotions or even challenges, when they dismiss challenges and really don't allow themselves or others to really feel frustration or disappointment. They kind of gloss it over. It's often a method to avoid uncomfortable conversations or maybe critical feedback. And as human beings, we all have a range of emotions, pleasant, not so pleasant, but we're entitled to them because they are emotions. So often, negative emotions are misunderstood. We're all human beings and we have a wide array of emotions, and we all go through different things, different emotions, different challenges, and we're entitled to them. But what happens when people get uncomfortable, they tend to dismiss them and don't realize or acknowledge that they're part of the natural human experience, which eventually leads to toxic positivity. I'm sure you all know somebody who is a cheerleader, they're happy all the time, and even when they have hard times, they don't acknowledge that sometimes it can be frustrating and they don't create a boundary when they're supposed to. So, this leads to toxic positivity. Toxic positivity is an extreme. Somebody who is positive to an extreme amount and they don't acknowledge or allow themselves or others to feel anything other than positivity, even when it's warranted. They tend to dismiss genuine emotion and they just have this just be positive attitude, but what they're doing is dismissing somebody else's experience, and we don't do that. So, glossing can be seen as a gateway to toxic positivity. Glossing over any problems or anything uncomfortable, and then it turns right into being super positive, over the top all the time, which can have negative effects in the workplace. Just so you understand, the deeper root cause of this is fear. It's fear of experiencing those really low, uncomfortable experiences and emotions. It's either they don't want to express them or they don't want to receive them. Either way, it's fear of feeling these uncomfortable emotions. So, why does glossing happen? There's a ton of reasons, but we talk about fear of conflict, fear of rejection, fear of not reaching a goal, pressure to perform. A lot of businesses have this really, really high expectation, and if people don't meet that, toxic positivity tends to get in there because they don't feel like they're allowed to acknowledge that they're struggling or having a hard time. And what happens is they tend to start glossing over their own emotions, others, and then it turns into toxic positivity, which leads to a toxic environment. The overall impact of glossing and toxic positivity is you lose focus, there's an erosion of trust, suppressed emotions, and what happens when we have a lot of suppressed emotions in the workplace, they tend to bubble up at the wrong time, and that can be disastrous. Stunted growth and development. Somebody who is suffering from toxic positivity or is subject to toxic positivity may not have the development opportunities that they could because they're not getting critical feedback. And feedback is a gift. Feedback shows us where we need to improve so we can grow and develop in our careers. It also leads to poor decision making because you're working on the information that you have at the current time. So, a glossing and overstepping the uncomfortable things leaves people in a situation where they can't make a decision based on all the facts. They're only working with certain areas or certain information that people are comfortable giving them or they're comfortable receiving. So, how do we overcome glossing and create a healthy work environment? First, create a safe space for your team. Create a dynamic that it is okay for your team to come to you if you're the lead, that it's okay when they can express, hey, I'm struggling right now. It doesn't have to be a big production, but meet them where they're at. Create the environment, and you might have to be the example. Be vulnerable when it's appropriate. This creates a safer environment. And so when you have the lows, it's okay to have the lows. But when you have this success, you can really celebrate them as well. You can recognize struggles and validate emotions before you move on to solving the problem or how to get to a better place. If you're glossing or seeing it, and you feel like you're going towards a toxic work environment, instead of embracing a fake it till you make it kind of mentality, how about a face it till you make it? Face what's in front of you, face the challenges, face the obstacles, because they will make you stronger as an individual and as a team. Remember that glossing is a stepping stone to toxic positivity. By addressing glossing, you can create an environment that is truly supportive of everyone at all times. You meet people where they're at, and that goes a long, long way. I hope you liked this video. If you did, go ahead and like and subscribe. Please leave a comment because I love hearing from you. And until next time, take great care. Bye-bye.